Hi, so I've got some really interesting insights from a survey that we ran to 2,000 UK consumers that show what retail will look like for the remainder of the coronavirus era and how retailers can safely reopen for business. So coronavirus has changed the world as we know it, and with key scientific discoveries yet to be made, no one knows how long this new way of life will continue for. So to help brands and our clients to adapt, we surveyed 2,000 UK consumers on their shopping behaviours during the coronavirus outbreak. And our survey gave rise to 3 key findings. The first finding being that customers are avoiding every single type of store. So 41% of people are avoiding essential retailers, 66% for banks, 22% for grocery, but still 60% are reducing visits, and 37% of people are avoiding pharmacies. You've then got 77% of people avoiding all other types of stores, so less so, for example, for children and toy retailers, opticians retailers and makeup, but more so for these higher priced item stores like phone, electronics, car dealerships, luxury product and travel agencies. And what we feel this all shows for retail in the coronavirus era is that in-store social distancing is going to be absolutely essential to building customer confidence to visit stores. So getting this right to a retailer could mean that their stores could stay open, but most importantly, their customers can stay safe. This can mean that they can continue sales and building longer lasting relationships with their customers. As a result, we're seeing a number of retailers who are turning to virtual queuing and appointment booking software to help them to offer in-store social distancing and safe retail experiences. So virtual queuing works that customers who want to visit store, when they get there, can check in by a host with a tablet or by their own phone from scanning a QR code. They can join a digital queue, they'll get text messages confirming their position and wait time, and they can watch their place while they're waiting. The text message then updates them when they're further on in the queue. You can also use TV screens and kiosks to update customers of their position in the queue while they're in store. While appointment scheduling enables customers to book the time that they want to visit store, and that could be that they've walked up to store and they want to book a time to return later that day. The store can then manage their capacity, book customers in, or even surface that capacity online to enable customers to book a time. They can then get an email confirmation, text message confirmation, and reminders, and when it's their turn for their appointment, they can check in from their phone or via a host. Our second key finding was that customers are planning to use click and collect services more to reduce their time in store and stay safe. So outside of coronavirus, we found that only 10% of people will use click and collect services frequently, 30% occasionally, and 26% rarely. And 33%, or even a third of Britons, will never use click and collect services. But interestingly, during the coronavirus, 42% of people plan to use click and collect more within grocery and pharmacy, and 26% more across other retailers in general. And interestingly, we'll see new demographics adopt click and collect that aren't currently users of the service. So this could grow omni-channel behaviours in the future. So for example, across your age demographics here, outside of coronavirus on the left, only 4% of baby boomers will use click and collect frequently, and only 9% of Gen X. But across the board during coronavirus, every single age demographic, by at least a third, plans to use click and collect more to reduce time in store. We've also seen similar patterns for higher household income. So outside of Covid-19, higher household income groups will use click and collect services more, likely because these could be represented by family members who live in the suburbs where click and collect is more convenient. But during Covid-19, we're seeing almost a third or more of every single income bracket use click and collect services more, including 47% for the higher income brackets. So what these insights show for retail in the coronavirus era is that stores could actually serve more as fast fulfillment hubs where customers can collect online orders with minimal contact. For a retailer, this could mean that their customers stay safe so their stores can stay open, but they can also reduce their delivery costs and also create more omni-channel customers in the future, which would be a good thing because omni-channel customers spend 15% more and they also retain for longer. So we're seeing a number of retailers implementing contactless stores with store entrance and curbside pickup. And they're using software to make this really, really frictionless. So customers using software like Qudini's can check in when they get to store to collect their order from a web link provided in the email and text messages telling them their order's in store, or they can scan a QR code somewhere in the store or the car park. They can then say if they're there for a curbside or an in-store pickup. Once checked in, they'll get a text message confirming their place in the pickup queue and also an estimated wait time. They can watch their place in the pickup line while they're waiting. And the advisors can then use Qudini to see the customers that are waiting, to mark which ones they're serving. And when they've found the order, the customer can get a further text message or even on-screen displays in store to let them know their order's ready. This means that customers who've come to pick up in their car could check in from their car, get a text telling them when the advisor's coming to find them. They can pop open their trunk, the advisor can put in the order, and the customer literally can get out of store without even have got out of their car. Our third key finding was that customers want virtual service from every type of retailer. So across essential retailers, 51% of people want some kind of virtual service by phone or video, 48% by phone, and 15% by video. Across all other retailers, 31% of people want some kind of virtual service offering, 16% by phone, and 12% by video. But interestingly, we found that younger generations are 3 times more likely than baby boomers to want virtual service by video. And they're also slightly more likely to want virtual service by phone. So on the right here, you can see the red lines are the younger generations and the darker lines are the baby boomers. And across the board, younger generations are significantly more likely to want virtual service by video. So what we feel this shows for retail in the coronavirus era, particularly with customers avoiding stores or getting in and out of them to collect orders as quickly as possible, is that brands that want to build relationship with their customers at this time need to do so online. And it's very likely that this interest in virtual service also extends beyond the coronavirus based on how much more interested the younger demographics were in virtual service. Getting this right for a retailer now could mean that they can increase online sales by helping customers with their online purchases. They can build loyalty, and they can also gain an understanding for the potential of virtual service within their omni-channel future. We're seeing a number of brands therefore take their one-to-one services and events online and making these really, really easy for their customers to find and book. And that's using appointment scheduling software like ours to enable their customers to book time to connect with an advisor over video conference. The customer then receives emails and texts and a video link to connect when it's their turn. And in a similar way to also enable them to book events, choose the event and get reminders and updates and a link to connect to the webinar when the time is right. So to recap on those 3 key findings, customers are avoiding every single type of store. Customers plan to use BOPIS services more to stay safe. Customers want virtual service from every type of retailer. And what this shows for retail in the Covid-19 era is that in-store social distancing is absolutely essential to building customer confidence to visit. Stores could act as fast fulfillment hubs where customers can pick up their orders and get out as quickly as possible, and that customer relationships should be built online for the foreseeable future. Getting this right for a retailer would mean their stores can stay open to sell, they can reduce their delivery costs and lead to greater omni-channel growth in the future. They can also improve their online sales and build longer-lasting customer relationships as a relevant retail brand. For the economy, this would mean that stores can stay open and spend can continue in the economy, people remain in employment, and most importantly, the public can stay safe. So we're Qudini. We offer appointment scheduling, queue management, event booking, and task management solutions. We power leading global brands outside of the coronavirus to improve experience and resulting sales, loyalty, and even operations within the coronavirus, helping them to offer safe retail experiences. And that's by enabling their customers to schedule times to visit store or join virtual queues and stay updated while they wait their turn inside or outside of the store, to offer contactless online order pickup that enables their customers to check in, receive their order and stay updated throughout the process, but to get out of store as quickly as possible, and also helping brands to stay connected with their customers online by virtual appointments and online events. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to get in touch to get these insights or even for a tailored demo on how we can help you for your needs at this time.